Imagine being able to glimpse the future or move objects with your mind. What if I told you a simple crystal could reveal which of these incredible powers is already dormant within you? This Carl Jung-inspired test will tap into your deepest intuition to uncover the unique mystical potential you're carrying. But here's what most people don't know. These abilities aren't fantasy. They're real, dormant powers that exist within your subconscious mind, waiting to be awakened. And before this video ends, you're going to discover which psychic gift is already trying to emerge through you and exactly how to activate it. Stay until the very end because the activation practices I'm sharing could change your entire spiritual journey. Have you ever felt a tug towards something inexplicable, a whisper of a power you can't quite name? Maybe you've dreamed something that later came true. Maybe you thought of someone right before they called you. Maybe you walked into a room and felt energy so heavy you could barely breathe. These aren't coincidences. These are glimpses of your hidden spiritual power, trying to break through the surface of your conscious mind. Carl Jung, one of the most brilliant psychologists in history, believed that we all carry within us what he called a collective unconscious. This is a deeper layer of consciousness that connects all of humanity, filled with ancient wisdom, archetypal energies, and yes, psychic abilities that have been passed down through generations. Jung understood something that modern science is only beginning to grasp. We are not just physical beings living in a material world. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. And within each of us exists potential that goes far beyond what we can see, touch, or measure. The problem is, most people never tap into this potential because they don't know it exists, or they've been taught to dismiss it as superstition or imagination. But what if I told you that your intuition, your gut feelings, your unexplainable knowing, these are all forms of psychic ability trying to communicate with you? What if the reason you picked up this video today wasn't random, but because your soul knew it was time to awaken something that's been sleeping inside you? Ancient cultures understood this. The Egyptians, the Greeks, the indigenous tribes across every continent. They all knew that crystals weren't just beautiful rocks. They understood that crystals carry specific vibrational frequencies that can amplify, activate, and unlock different aspects of our spiritual power. Modern science has actually confirmed that crystals do vibrate at specific frequencies. That's why we use quartz in watches and technology. But what science hasn't fully explored yet is how these frequencies interact with human consciousness. When you hold a crystal or are drawn to a specific one, you're not just admiring its beauty. Your energy field, your aura, your subconscious mind is recognizing a frequency that matches a dormant ability within you. In just a moment, I'm going to show you 3 powerful crystals. Each one is connected to a different psychic ability, a different form of spiritual power. But before I do, I need you to understand something crucial. Your choice today is not random. Whatever crystal you feel pulled towards, whatever one makes your heart skip a beat or give you chills when you see it, that's your subconscious mind recognizing itself. That's your soul saying, this is the power that's ready to awaken in you right now. So I want you to take a deep breath. Clear your mind of any expectations and trust whatever feeling comes up when you see these crystals. Don't overthink it. Your analytical mind will try to interfere, but your intuition already knows which one is yours. Here are your 3 crystals. Look at them carefully. We have the deep purple amethyst, the mystical iridescent labradorite, and the clear luminous clear quartz. Take a moment right now and notice which one you feel drawn to, which one seems to call to you, which one makes you feel something, even if you can't explain what that something is. Remember your choice because we're about to dive deep into what this means for your spiritual journey. And if you're ready to discover your hidden psychic power, make sure you hit that subscribe button because this channel is dedicated to helping you unlock the mysteries of your soul and understand the deeper spiritual forces at work in your life. Let's begin with crystal number 1, the amethyst. If you chose the amethyst, you've been chosen by the crystal of precognition and prophetic vision. This deep purple stone has been revered for thousands of years as the crystal of seers, oracles, and those who can pierce the veil between present and future. In Jungian terms, you carry the archetype of the seer, the oracle, the one who sees what others cannot see. This isn't about predicting lottery numbers or knowing what's going to happen next week. True precognition is far more subtle and far more powerful than that. It's about receiving glimpses of future possibilities, understanding the unseen patterns that shape reality, and having access to information that exists beyond the constraints of linear time. If amethyst called to you, you've probably already experienced this ability without fully recognizing it. Have you ever had dreams that came true, not exactly as you dreamed them, but close enough that it gave you chills when you realized it? Have you ever had a strong feeling about something that was going to happen, and then it did? Have you ever looked at someone and suddenly known something about their future, even though you had no logical reason to know it? These are all signs that your precognitive ability is already active, already trying to communicate with you. The problem is, most people dismiss these experiences as coincidence or imagination because we've been taught that seeing the future is impossible. But quantum physics is now proving that time isn't linear the way we think it is. Past, present, and future exist simultaneously, and those with activated precognitive abilities can access information from all three. Your amethyst energy means you're deeply connected to the realm of dreams and visions. While other people sleep and forget their dreams, you're being given messages, warnings, guidance from your higher self and the collective unconscious. Carl Jung believed that dreams weren't random firing of neurons, but meaningful communications from the deepest parts of ourselves. For you, dreams are especially significant because this is where your precognitive ability is strongest. You might dream of someone you haven't thought about in years, and then run into them the next day. You might dream of a specific situation, and then find yourself living that exact moment weeks later. You might wake up with a feeling, an absolute knowing about something that's going to happen, and you're almost always right. The challenge for amethyst people is learning to trust these visions instead of talking yourself out of them. Society has conditioned us to only trust what we can prove, what we can see with our physical eyes. But your gift operates in the realm of the unseen, the not yet manifested. You see possibilities before they become reality. You sense shifts in energy before they become physical events. This makes you incredibly powerful. But it can also make you feel crazy sometimes because you're perceiving things that others can't perceive yet. You might try to warn people about things, and they don't listen, and then later they come back and say, "How did you know?" You've probably learned to keep your insights to yourself because people either don't believe you or they get uncomfortable with how much you can see. But here's what you need to understand about your amethyst power. Precognition isn't about being right or proving yourself. It's about using your ability to guide your own life path and help others when they're ready to receive your insights. Your visions are meant to empower you, to help you make better decisions, to allow you to prepare for what's coming instead of being blindsided by it. The reason Amethyst chose you is because you're meant to be a guide, a spiritual counselor, someone who helps others see beyond the limitations of their current circumstances. People are naturally drawn to you for advice because they can sense that you see things they don't see. They might not understand that you're actually tapping into future timelines, but they know that your guidance is usually accurate. Now, let me teach you how to activate and strengthen this ability. The most powerful practice for amethyst people is dream journaling. Keep a notebook by your bed, and the moment you wake up, before you check your phone or do anything else, write down everything you remember from your dreams. Don't analyze them yet, just write them down. Over time, you'll start to notice patterns. You'll start to see which dreams are just your subconscious processing the day, and which dreams are actual precognitive visions. Precognitive dreams have a different quality to them. They feel more real, more vivid, more significant. They often involve people or places you haven't thought about recently. They leave you with a strong feeling when you wake up. The second practice is meditation with your amethyst crystal, or if you don't have one, simply visualizing the deep purple light of amethyst surrounding you. Sit quietly, hold the intention to strengthen your precognitive abilities, and ask your higher self to show you what you need to see. You might not get visions during meditation at first, but what will happen is your dreams will become more vivid and more clearly prophetic. The third practice is learning to distinguish between anxiety and intuition. Anxiety is fear-based and chaotic. Intuition is calm and certain, even when it's showing you something challenging. When you get a hit about something, notice how it feels in your body. True precognition feels like absolute knowing, not worried guessing. Start documenting your intuitive hits. When you have a feeling about something, write it down with the date. Then watch and see if it comes true. This builds trust with yourself and strengthens a connection to your gift. Your amethyst power is ancient and sacred. Oracles in ancient Greece used amethyst to enhance their visions. Shamans across cultures have worked with purple stones to access prophetic states. You're part of this lineage. You're meant to see beyond the veil. And the more you honor this gift instead of dismissing it, the stronger it will become. Comment amethyst if this resonated with you, because I want to know how many seers are watching this video right now. Let's move to crystal number 2, Labradorite. If you chose Labradorite, you carry one of the most mysterious and powerful psychic abilities, the gift of deep intuition and psychic protection. Labradorite is known as the stone of magic, the stone that awakens the mystical abilities that lie dormant in most people. In Jungian psychology, you embody the archetype of the mystic, the shaman, the one who walks between worlds. Your ability isn't about seeing the future like amethyst people. Your gift is about seeing the truth behind the illusion, sensing energy that others can't sense, and having an almost supernatural ability to read people, situations, and environments on a level that goes far beyond normal perception. If Labradorite called to you, you're what's known as an empath or a highly sensitive person, but it goes deeper than that. You don't just feel your own emotions, you feel everyone's emotions. You walk into a room, and you immediately know the energy. You can sense when someone is lying without them saying a word. You can feel when something is off, even if everything looks fine on the surface. You've probably been told you're too sensitive, too emotional, too intense. People might have made you feel like something was wrong with you because you feel so much. But the truth is you're not too sensitive. You're psychically gifted. You're picking up on energetic information that most people are completely blind to. Your Labradorite energy means you have the ability to see beyond the masks people wear. Everyone presents a version of themselves to the world, but you see the real person underneath. You see their pain, their fears, their hidden intentions. This is why you probably had situations where everyone loved someone, and you immediately didn't trust them, and later turned out you were right about them. This is why you can't be around fake people or surface-level conversations. Your soul craves authenticity because you operate from a place of deep truth. You can't unsee what you see. You can't unfeel what you feel. And this gift, while incredibly powerful, can also be exhausting because you're constantly processing information that others don't even notice exists. The challenge for Labradorite people is protection. Because you're so open psychically, you absorb energy from everyone around you. You take on other people's stress, their sadness, their anger, and if you don't know how to clear this energy, you end up feeling drained, overwhelmed, anxious for no reason. You might have trouble being in crowds or busy places because there's too much energy bombarding you at once. You might need a lot of alone time to recover from social situations. You might have been called antisocial when really, you're just protecting your energy from being depleted. This is why Labradorite is also known as the Stone of Protection. It doesn't just open your psychic abilities. It teaches you how to shield yourself so you can use your gifts without being destroyed by them. Here's what most people don't understand about intuitive empaths like you. Your ability to feel and sense everything isn't a weakness. It's a superpower that needs to be managed correctly. You're meant to use this gift to help others heal, to speak truth in situations where everyone else is pretending, to trust your gut feeling that has never once led you wrong. The problem is, if you don't learn to set energetic boundaries, you'll end up taking on everyone's problems as your own. You'll end up in relationships with people who drain you because you can feel their pain and you want to fix them. You'll end up in jobs or environments that slowly kill your spirit because you're absorbing all the negative energy around you. Let me teach you how to activate and protect your Labradorite power. The first and most important practice is energetic shielding. Every single morning before you start your day, visualize a bubble of iridescent light surrounding your entire body. This is your energetic shield. Set the intention that the shield allows love and positive energy to flow through, but blocks any negative energy, psychic attacks, or energy vampires from affecting you. Visualize the shield as strong, impenetrable, and shimmering with the same mystical colors as Labradorite itself. This practice takes 30 seconds, but it will change your entire life because you'll stop taking on energy that isn't yours. The second practice is regular energy clearing. At the end of each day, take a shower or bath with the intention of washing away any energy you picked up throughout the day. As the water runs over you, visualize all the heaviness, all the emotions that aren't yours, all the psychic debris being washed away and going down the drain. You can also smudge yourself with sage or Palo Santo, or simply shake your body vigorously to release stuck energy. Labradorite people need to clear their energy field daily, just like you brush your teeth daily. It's basic spiritual hygiene. The third practice is learning to ask yourself, is this feeling mine, or did I pick it up from someone else? When you suddenly feel anxious, sad, or angry, stop and check in with yourself. Were you fine a minute ago, and then you walked past someone or thought about someone, and suddenly you feel terrible? That's not your emotion. You're picking up on theirs. Once you realize this, you can consciously release it. Say out loud or in your mind, this is not mine. I release it back to universe. This simple awareness will stop you from carrying around other people's emotional baggage. Your Labradorite power is shamanic. Shamans throughout history have been the ones who could see spirits, sense energy, communicate with realms beyond the physical. They were the healers, the truth speakers, the protectors of their communities. You carry the same energy. You're meant to be a bridge between the seen and unseen worlds. And when you learn to protect yourself while using your gift, you become unstoppable. You become someone who can walk into any situation and immediately know what's really going on. You become someone who can help others in ways that most people can't because you see the root of their problems, not just the surface symptoms. Comment Labradorite if you've always known you were different, if you've always felt like you could see and feel things others couldn't. Now, let's talk about crystal number 3, clear quartz. If you chose clear quartz, you have been chosen by the master crystal, the amplifier, the one connected to the rarest and most controversial psychic ability, telekinesis and manifestation power. In Jungian terms, you carry the archetype of the magician, the alchemist, the one who can influence physical reality through the power of consciousness. Before you dismiss this as impossible, understand that quantum physics has proven that consciousness affects matter. The observer effect shows that the act of observation literally changes how particles behave. What ancient mystics knew and what science is now confirming is that consciousness is not separate from reality. Consciousness creates reality. If clear quartz called to you, you have the ability to influence energy and matter through focus and tension. This doesn't mean you're going to levitate objects across the room, although historically there have been documented cases of people who could do exactly that. What it means for you is that your thoughts, your intentions, your focus has an unusually strong impact on the world around you. You're a powerful manifester. When you decide you want something and you focus on it, it comes into your life almost like magic. When you think about someone, they contact you. When you need something, it appears. When you set an intention, reality seems to rearrange itself to match your vision. Other people might call this coincidence or luck, but you know it's something more. Your clear quartz energy means you have what's called high manifestation frequency. Your thoughts carry more energetic weight than the average person's thoughts. This is a blessing and a curse because it means your negative thoughts can also manifest quickly. If you worry about something obsessively, it's more likely to happen. If you focus on what you don't want, you attract it. This is why clear quartz people often feel like they have to be very careful about what they think and focus on. You've probably noticed that your mood affects the environment around you. When you're happy and high vibrational, good things happen and people around you feel good. When you're in a low state, things break. Plans fall through. People get irritable. You're not imagining this. You're actually influencing the energetic field around you. The archetype of the magician is someone who understands the laws of energy and knows how to work with them intentionally. You're meant to be a conscious creator. Someone who doesn't just let life happen to you, but actively shapes your reality to the power of your focus and intention. The problem is, most people with this gift never learn to use it properly. They manifest things by accident, both wanted and unwanted, because they don't understand that they're doing it. They think life is random when actually they're co-creating every experience through their dominant thoughts and beliefs. Once you understand this about yourself, once you take responsibility for your manifestation power, you become one of the most powerful people in any room. Let me teach you how to activate and direct your clear quartz power. The first practice is conscious intention setting. Every morning when you wake up, before you check your phone or let the chaos of the day take over, sit quietly for a few minutes and set your intentions. What do you want to create today? How do you want to feel? What experiences do you want to attract? Be specific. Write it down. Feel it as if it's already happening. Your clear quartz energy responds to clarity and focus. Vague wishes produce vague results. Crystal clear intentions produce crystal clear manifestations. The second practice is visualization with emotion. This is the secret that most people miss about manifestation. It's not enough to just think about what you want. You have to feel it. You have to generate the emotional frequency of already having it. Spend 5 to 10 minutes every day visualizing your desired reality in vivid detail. See it, feel it, hear it, smell it. Make it so real in your mind that your subconscious doesn't know the difference between the visualization and actual reality. When you do this consistently, your energetic frequency shifts to match your vision, and reality begins to reshape itself to match that frequency. This isn't wishful thinking. This is quantum mechanics. You're literally collapsing probability waves into specific outcomes through focused observation and intention. The third practice is energy direction. Hold a clear quartz crystal or visualize clear white light in your hands. Set a specific intention into the crystal. Maybe it's healing for yourself or someone else. Maybe it's attracting a specific opportunity. Maybe it's protection, clarity, or breakthrough. Hold the crystal. Focus your complete attention on your intention and feel the energy moving from your consciousness into the crystal. The crystal amplifies whatever energy you put into it. Then place the crystal somewhere you'll see it daily or carry it with you. Every time you see it or touch it, you're reinforcing that intention and sending that energy out into the field of infinite possibilities. Your clear quartz power connects you to the ancient tradition of ceremonial magic, alchemy, and conscious creation. The magicians of old weren't doing tricks. They understood that consciousness is a true creative force in the universe. You carry the same understanding in your DNA. You're meant to be a reality sculptor, someone who doesn't accept limitations, someone who knows that the physical world is far more malleable than most people realize. The more you own this power and use it responsibly, the more miraculous your life becomes. But remember, with great power comes great responsibility. Use your manifestation abilities for good, for healing, for creating positive change in your life and the lives of others. Comment clear quartz if you've always known you had some kind of unexplainable power to make things happen. Now that you know your hidden psychic ability, I want you to understand something crucial. These abilities aren't just party tricks or interesting facts about yourself. They're tools for spiritual evolution. Carl Jung believed that the purpose of human life is individuation, the process of becoming your truest, most whole self. Your psychic ability is part of this process. It's meant to help you navigate life with more wisdom, more clarity, more power. When Amethyst people learn to trust their visions, they stop making choices that lead to suffering because they can see where different paths lead. When Labradorite people learn to protect their energy and trust their intuition, they stop attracting toxic people and situations because they can sense danger before it manifests. When clear quartz people learn to consciously manifest, they stop being victims of circumstance and start creating lives that match their soul's true desires. The collective unconscious that Jung spoke about is real. We are all connected to a vast field of information, energy, and potential. Most people live their entire lives completely cut off from this field because they only trust their 5 physical senses. But you, by choosing to watch this video, by resonating with one of these crystals, you're acknowledging that there's more to reality than what meets the eye. You're opening yourself to dimensions of existence that most people will never access. This doesn't make you better than anyone else, but it does make you responsible for using your gifts wisely. I want to address something important. Some of you might be thinking, this sounds too good to be true, or I don't believe in psychic powers. That's fine. Carl Jung himself said that you don't have to believe in the collective unconscious for it to exist and influence you. You don't have to believe in psychic abilities for them to operate in your life. They're operating whether you acknowledge them or not. The only difference is, when you acknowledge them and work with them consciously, they become exponentially stronger and more reliable. Skepticism is healthy, but complete closed-mindedness cuts you off from your own potential. All I'm asking is that you experiment with the practices I've given you. Try them for 30 days and see what happens. See if your dreams become more prophetic. See if your intuition gets stronger. See if your manifestations start happening faster. Let your own experience be the evidence. Before we finish, I want you to do something. Go to the comments right now and write which crystal you chose. Write amethyst, labradorite, or clear quartz. This isn't just for engagement. Although I do love hearing from you, this is actually an activation practice. When you publicly declare your psychic ability, when you claim it out loud, you're sending a message to your subconscious mind and to the universe that you're ready to activate this power fully. You're stepping out of hiding. You're saying yes to your gifts. There's magic in declaration. There's power in acknowledgement. So don't skip the step. Comment your crystal and watch what happens in your life over the next few weeks. I also want to remind you that awakening your psychic abilities is a journey, not a destination. You're not going to do one meditation and suddenly be reading minds or seeing the future with perfect clarity. These abilities strengthen over time with consistent practice. Think of it like going to the gym. You don't lift weights once and expect to have a completely transformed body. You show up consistently, you practice, and gradually you become stronger. Your psychic muscles work the same way. The practices I gave you today are your training program. The more consistently you do them, the stronger your abilities become. Some final guidance for each of you. Amethyst people, keep a dream journal and meditate with purple light. Your power is strongest when you're in altered states of consciousness, so prioritize your sleep and your dream work. Labradorite people, practice energetic shielding every single day without exception. Your gift requires boundaries or it will exhaust you. Learn to discern what energy is yours and what you're picking up from others. Clear quartz people, become obsessed with your thoughts and intentions. You're manifesting constantly whether you realize it or not, so you might as well do it consciously. Focus on what you want, not what you fear, and watch your reality transform. The universe doesn't make mistakes. The crystal that called to you today was meant to find you at this exact moment in your spiritual journey. Trust that, honor that, and most importantly, use the gift you've been given. Your psychic abilities aren't just for you. They're meant to help you serve others, to bring more light and truth into a world that desperately needs it. Whether you're a seer helping people avoid painful mistakes, a mystic helping people understand their own emotions and energy, or a magician showing people what's possible when we truly understand the creative power of consciousness, you have a role to play. If this video resonated with you, if you feel like something has awakened inside you today, make sure you subscribe to this channel because we dive deep into spiritual psychology, mystical practices, and the hidden powers of the human consciousness. We're building a community of awakened souls here, people who know there's more to life than what we've been taught. People who are ready to step into their power and live from a place of magic and meaning. And if you want to go even deeper into discovering your spiritual gifts, watch the next video on your screen, because it's going to reveal even more about your soul's purpose and the unique abilities you came here to share with the world. Remember, you are not ordinary. You never were. The crystal that chose you today just confirmed what your soul already knew. You carry power that most people don't even believe exists. Now it's time to stop hiding it. It's time to activate it fully and use it to create the life you were always meant to live. I'll see you in the next video, and until then, trust your magic.